Hello and welcome, Pick 3 at a Glance family. Day, November the 15th. And I'm saying it again. We hit them again, y'all. We won again. Yesterday, 758 came in. Here it is off the whiteboard. Congratulations to everybody calling me. And hit the 758 Missouri evening draw. This is why I'm state specific in Missouri. Missouri evening draw. This is the best way to show everybody how to pick 3 in the class and the law of average works. You're taking 22 numbers, doing 1-1 rundown on them. And with that 1-1 rundown on 22 numbers, you got the 1,000 numbers that you can track. And anytime know when those numbers are coming in. Simple. You're working by the law of average. The law of average is in full effect. The proof is in the pudding. All right. So congratulations to my family that's been working off this board. We're doing pretty good. All right. So now this is a strategy session for November the 15th. And these are numbers that's left for the rest of the year. Okay. So what we have here, like I was saying again, if you don't know why you playing them, don't play it. These are my everyday carry. I'm not getting carried away because these numbers are hitting. When these numbers hit, it's going to still be some numbers here for me to catch. It's going to be enough numbers for me to catch. When these hit, I'll know where to go and get my numbers. I don't have to guess a number because I'm looking at what's going on with the actual 1,000 numbers that you're not going to get with just the tic-tac-toes, the date sums, the grids, and the flips, and the different multiple rundowns alone. Because all that is included in here when you're looking at all the actual 1,000 numbers by the law average that are left. There's no guesswork of what number you're playing because you know these numbers here haven't played. Okay? This 160, this 076, and this 574 hasn't played yet in 15 years on evening from my data. Last year they didn't fall at all from my data. So quite naturally, these are my everyday carries. I've already hit 2 of them. All right. When you play like this, you can strategize. When you play like this, you can bank on you can make plans for a big payday. Because you can see what the actual numbers are doing. When you track in the front pairs, the back pairs, the single pairs, and the single numbers, you can strategize. You can bank on big payday. Not no big payday every day, not no big payday in a month. It may take 30 to 60 to 90 days. On average, my big paydays are about 4 or 5 out of a year. That's what I bank on. But I still hit through the year. But my big paydays is when I didn't track these numbers and they line up right. This works for any state that use 1,000 numbers. Okay? Any state in the country, anywhere in the world that they use 1,000 numbers that you can track. You can bank on your big paydays because you can track them down. And as you start looking at the numbers, seeing how they're rotating, then you can catch them. But your big paydays ain't gonna be no every day. And if you're spending a lot of money trying to bank on a big payday, you're gonna lose more than you make. Me, I win a whole lot more than I invested because I know how to invest. And when the numbers are right, I know when to invest. Anybody can do this, what I'm doing here. Okay? Only way you're going to know that you got 2 mirrors left out of the whole year, basically from what my data, is by tracking the actual numbers. This 4, 5, 6, there's 901. It's 2 of the straight numbers that are left, and they mirror each other. There's 2, 3, 3, and the 7, 8, 8. They mirror each other, doubles. The 2, 2, 5, and the 7, 7, 0. They mirror each other, doubles. Okay? A lot of people say, well, when you play a number, make sure you play the opposite of it. Or these are called mirrors and opposites. That's not necessarily so. The only time I play the opposite of a number is when I know that that number hasn't played along with that number I'm playing. I don't just play the opposite just to be playing, because I know what's going on with all the numbers at all times. I don't just play the opposite just to play it, especially if I don't know why I'm playing the number in the first place. Okay? Don't play the opposite just to play it if you don't know why you're playing it. I always wait till the end of the year. Whatever mirrors are left, then I know the likelihood of them coming in is great, and that's usually how I hit. All right? Same here. Like this 901. These here, I know where the column, this is column 1. I know that on column 1 is still 3 numbers for the year that ain't came out. This is 4, 5, 6, to 6, 7, 8, and it's 901. And I'm hitting that. I would be playing those. And same again here. Just don't try to spend a lot of money. If you follow me, just take 50 cents, play about 4 or 5 numbers, and see how you do. You know, no hurry. No spending a lot of money. Learn the system. Learn to track your own numbers. Everybody individually, I don't care what system you're using. If you're using a tic-tac-toe, if you're using a date sum, if you're using a grid, if you're using a flip, and whatever system you're using, if it's working for you, this here will complement it greatly. Okay? Now, anybody that you know, this is strategy. I do a tutorial. I've been a little bit under the weather, so I haven't did a tutorial on the winning numbers coming in lately. I'm just kind of trying to come back a little bit. But this here is how it works. You're tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. You can't go wrong this way. You can't go wrong guessing this, because you're looking at the actual, not guessing, but knowing this, because you know what actual numbers you're playing and why you're playing the actual numbers. Same way on these front pairs and back pairs. I know these numbers haven't failed. I'm not guessing on playing these numbers and why I'm playing them. I know that this back pair of numbers haven't failed. Now, the ones in red have failed. This is the ones I used to erase off the board as the numbers came in, but I couldn't demonstrate to people how the system actually works. So that's why everything in red here we've hit. And we've just hit 2 days in a row off the law average. Okay? Doubles here. If you got $3 to play 50-cent box, I would say, like, I look at playing these. I say play them till they come, make that money out, because you're working with the law average. And by law average, the numbers will come in. Like I knew this 78 hadn't played for 63 days. It just hit 728. All right. Then the 38 pair hadn't failed for 127 days. It just hit is 839. Okay. I know that the 38 on the back pair ain't failed, so that's why I'm saying play the 38 on the back. No, I'm not guessing these numbers. I know what each number is doing. And all of this with my 3 sheets, with the sheets paperwork, will take you all of 10 minutes, that you'll always know what's going on with any of the numbers. You'll know what's going on with the straights. You'll know what's going on with the doubles at all times. You know what's going on with the front pair at all times. You know what's going on with the back pair at all times. You know what's going on with the single pair at all times. You know what's going on with the triples at all times also. Like, you know, triples only come in 3 times a year. The reason why I knew that I used the 3s and the 8 on this one and the 2s, because the pair of them hadn't failed in a couple of months or so. And with my strategy, I knew 3s and 8s was to mirror each other, so I figured the 8s or triple 3s would be the ones to come in. And I strategized exactly. I could see exactly what was going on, and 3s came out. I know on average that 3 triples gonna come out in a year's time on average. Okay? But I really don't invest in triples, because I only got 3 chances out of the year to hit them. Only way I invest in triples, if at all the whole year ain't no triple fail up to December, I'll play triples in December. if I didn't track it down and it's reason and find a reason for me to play them. That's the only way I play triples. If I find out triples ain't played for all the way up to December, I might run triples December, some triples December and January of the following year. I don't put time in triples. But these numbers, these straights here, they got 6 ways of coming in. The likelihood of hitting you, those are great. They have the best chances of hitting. Then your doubles, and then your triples got the less chance of hitting all of them. But the proof is in the pudding, y'all. Law of nature in full effect. Works anywhere in the world when they're using 1,000 numbers. It'll work for midday, evening. If they got a state, got 2 middays and 2 evening draws, it'll work there. You can't beat the law of average. Just like you got 1 in 1,000 odds that'll never change. These numbers rotating by the law of average is never going to change. And you tracking them and seeing what's going on with them, you'll be able to hit them. And like I say, I don't look to hit every day. If I play a certain amount of money, and as I hit, I know where to go get my numbers. I look for my big paydays about 3 or 4 times out of a year. Because by the way these numbers are set up, that's about how you're gonna hit. And then if anybody tell you they're hitting every day or hitting 10 days or 20 days in a row, send them my way, please. But I've been doing this 30 years, so I know how all these numbers roll. And they don't roll that much different than no other states. Okay? But I don't care what system you're using. If you're using the tic-tac-toe, the day sums, or the grids, and that's all you're going by, I'm telling you, you're playing a loser's game if you're not tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. All right, family. So play them till they come. Make that money, y'all. Peace and love. God bless. And congratulations again to everybody that hit the 758. Missouri evening draw. And play them till they come. Make that money, y'all. Peace and love. God bless.